Hi and welcome back to another replay commentary, this one following up from This Is How I Play Blitzcrank. We're just going to have a little bit of, I guess, a top lane demo versus Sett, who is a competent top laner. Multiple times in the guide on MOBAFire, you can find that in the link of the description of either of these Blitzcrank videos. I list Sett as not that big a threat, even though he seems like he, at first glance, might be able to beat the absolute living crap out of Blitzcrank. Okay, my league sounds really loud, but it won't sound loud for you guys because OBS. We go for an invade where nothing happens, and I decide to walk my way up to top lane just in time. Then we're going to deal with Sett. It's actually been a while since this game, so I don't really remember what happened, so it's going to be a nice little surprise for both of us. We start Doran's shield to get sustain, Sett has done the same, and I always regret if I don't have it, especially, as I mentioned this in the guide, if you, let's say, get bullied out of lane, so maybe you get camped, maybe the enemy just beat you, or you misplayed, or, you know, whatever. If you start getting zoned from CS, you're now zoned from basically all CS because Blitzcrank is so horribly melee. And you're only going to be able to hook the odd cannon minion here and there, and it's a really depressing place to be. By no means would I ever say that this is... I wouldn't recommend it for ranked viability, not unless you had tons of experience with it. Although there was a player who played Blitzcrank at very high elo in the top lane, building like Manamune, Triforce, Phantom Dancer, I believe. But that was a year ago, and these days he doesn't seem to play it anymore. He just plays AOM. You know, fair enough. In any case, my build is a bit different. Our first items are... I've tried all sorts of different ones. You can't go wrong with building Trinity Force though. And lifesteal items, especially the new Death Stance that has been buffed. Well, for top laners it's been buffed anyway. Works very well with Blitzcrank because Blitzcrank's E, and of course his W steroid, work really well with lifesteal in general. I believe his E takes 100% benefit from lifesteal. His E is the one where it does double your total attack damage on your next attack. And of course there's a knock-up as well. So that's really great. So we start off quite rough against Sett. He gets a lot of good attacks on us. We make lots of mistakes, like attacking in minion waves, blah blah blah. We've already lost our mana barrier and taken a lot of bad trades. So what I end up starting to do is doing more, you know, less all-ins, more just auto-attack E, which is just going to poke him. I know, right, poke, at 125 range. You're going to poke him and then walk away, whilst he's still knocked up. We're going to have to go back and buy a little sustain and some health to make sure we don't die. That will go towards Phage. You could also go for the longsword, but either way, of course, is fine. And one thing I do have to mention is that Blitzcrank's auto attack can take some getting used to, and sometimes if I haven't played him in a little bit, I might have to readjust. But I don't have like hours and hours. Technically, I do, but I don't have like days and days of Blitzcrank experience, especially, you know, last hitting. So bear that in mind, and I would not... I know you probably wouldn't, but you aren't gonna, just for those people that might think about it, you aren't going to be picking AD or AP or top Blitzcrank for some kind of unranked to diamond playthrough. So, excuse me. Okay, sorry about that. There'll be no more messengers now. Also, I'm recording this directly through OBS, so let me know how the levels sound to you. Let me know if you want the game volume turned up, and I will do that accordingly. Soon enough there'll be some live games, not live, but just live recorded, and I'd like to have it correct for that time. That's if I, you know, if I read your comments in time. Sett will constantly engage with that, and it's very important that you don't stand between Sett and a minion, one of your minions, otherwise you get stunned. And then he gets pretty much a full combo, as in also auto, Q auto on you, considering his passive, and that will do a ton of damage, and even if you get away, there might be some true damage waiting for you if you choose not to get away. The best thing that you can do there is walk away. In Blitzcrank's case, it's to fist him and then walk away. Power fist, that is. So we're 1-0 after that kill we got earlier. With that kill we got earlier, we actually got our power spike with ult, and we're going to see it again. So you can see the ult doing a lot of damage to him. Do we win this one? It doesn't look like we win this one. Looks like we panic a bit here. Either way, you can see the damage being done. And I'm already misplaying by missing my like auto resets. We're going to do a lot of damage with that ult, but I don't think that's going to be enough. We're going to get the stun because we stood between him and minions, and we're going to die. Like I said, you're fine unless you make mistakes. I remember this game now because I remember this Jax. Jax are going to go in, and then he's going to kill that, and send Elise packing because this Jax gets horrifically fed. He was 1-0, but that's... and Yeah, but he was ahead of Elise, and of course out damages Elise in general. At this point in the game, he's got a recurve and she's got a book. Spiders can't read, so yeah. Okay, I'm quite glad I picked this one, because in this one we get to see a little bit of everything. We get to see winning the lane in the case of the first one fight, which you'll probably have to go back for because I didn't really go over it in very much detail, but essentially all you have to do is fist, use your E to reset your auto attack, use W for the steroid, and when your level 6 is up, you want to make sure that you're holding onto your ultimate to get lots of lightning bolts, and then with the case of someone like Sett who has a shield, you want to ult when he uses his big shield most of the time, at least if he's on low health, because then you can easily finish him off. If he's on high health and does a high shield, if you can just walk away, it's better, because his one particularly dissipates very quickly, and, well, no shield lasts forever, except like Malphite. And then we're also going to see a little bit of being on the back foot, since Sett did get a kill on us there, and he has more than enough capability now that he's got his Phage and his Stingers to potentially zone us from some minions and potentially out-trade us if we get into that. That's why I mentioned earlier how we're going to be doing things like just auto and E, and then walk away while he's knocked up to get a nice little trade. Also, when you can bait his E. Better sets will know the range better, so it will work less often, but the E range, unlike most abilities in League, is actually, well, from my understanding, from my perspective anyway, looks shorter than it is, whereas everything else in League just lasts for way longer. So he shields early here, so there's no point in me ulting. You can see I'm still doing it, and I'm holding on to that ult DPS. There's minions around me, but it shouldn't matter. We have Ignite this time around. His ult's going to do some damage, but remember, we have a shield too. Holding on to ult still, wait for him to shield, and then he shields, and then we burst it. But like I said, there was a ton of minions, and we take a lot of damage. What we should have done is waited for Jax. And just kind of baited him out a bit more. With the bush as well, it makes us harder to... It might lower our DPS ever so slightly, and this is what I mean by playing on the back foot. It's still okay, because Jax is able to get the kill, and he just took Herald, so he's going to get a ton of plates. This is going to help Jax win the game. If this isn't enough ass-kicking for you, and you'd rather see a Blitz stomp a 9-0 game or something, I can happily play him again and achieve that. If you want to see more Blitz gameplay, be sure to put that in the comments below. Currently, I don't have that many plans to play Blitzcrank, but the guide is there, and I'm happy to add on to it with more video content if you like. Be sure to let me know in the comments below, and of course all likes, subscriptions, blah blah blah, are all appreciated, and thank you if you've come over from the recent spike of views on aedfresh.exe. I love playing off meta stuff and making new off meta stuff. Well, I know it's not exactly groundbreaking, but new approaches to meta stuff, like going full drain Warwick, AD Blitzcrank, AP Blitzcrank, which we do as well, and yeah. So what we're doing essentially now is we're going to focus on the poking until Sett kills himself. Because we have a shield and we're able to burst his shield, we can out DPS him here, and we confidently go for the flash. Let's see if it works, because I don't actually remember. Okay, we decide to disengage, we E, and then we get out of there. We also Q the minion like an idiot, because I think I was blind or something. In any case, he did more damage there. He's got the item advantage, and we're on the back foot. It was an overconfident flash in. Let's see how the game progresses, because the end game score is good. We got vision on Elise. Overall, looking at the farm, Sett has left lane, so I just let Jax know, since he's going into the enemy jungle. As you can see on the map, our bot lane is losing. In fact, yeah, they're feeding. So let's see how this game continues to play out. Sett gets a kill on Jax, and that's going to be a shutdown, I believe. Okay, maybe not. Push the wave up to hopefully make him miss something, since he does have more CS, more items, but we now both have a 24, so let's see how this plays out. We're at level 11, that's a power spike on our ult passive as well as the active. Let's see what happens. Again, honestly, whenever a fight starts between me and him, I don't know who's going to win. But Blitzcrank can obtain an upper hand. I've got more videos, and you can see there's tons of versus Sett clips in the Blitzcrank. This is how I play video. But don't have that many plans to record too many, because I want to be doing fresh stuff, if you get my drift. Anyway. When Sett uses his abilities, that's a good time for us to go for the poke. See, there we go, just also E, the lightning will do some extra damage, and then we're going to out-trade him. And then after we do that a few times, here we go, we did it again. I was going to try to hook him into the tower. There we go. I pop his shield, but that was a misuse of the ult, because now it's on cooldown, I don't have it up, so therefore I don't have the DPS to match him now. But what we were doing before that was really good, with just also E, walk away, out-trade with the lightning, whilst he, as a melee, isn't unable to do much else. That was a good approach. And then we screwed it up by ulting. There's no point in ulting a tiny Sett shield. It dissipates ridiculous fast. Alright. This time we get another hook on him because he goes for the cannon minion, and I remember this one because it's in the montage. We get a sizable shield smack. Shield, what do you call it? Shield crash, let's call it. And the ignite is easily going to dispatch a Sett there. Your ult damage goes through after the shield is completely destroyed. So your ult's damage is 100% going through to his health. Two, 2, 2 to 3, 4. I'd say we're still slightly behind. But Ramp Scepter is going to help turn things around. With the game kind of switching into mid-game, we can go for the mid lane now. I'm going to get rid of the timer. Sorry, the scoreboard on the top. I forgot what it's called. Score display, there we go. Just so we can see stuff. Towards mid-game, Blitzcrank shines a lot because of the hook he has. And as an AD, you have even more reach because you don't need a team to be near you when you do it. Obviously, you don't want to 1v1 the enemy's most fed member unless you are also the most fed member and then kill them. But it's very satisfying to corner an AD carry and then hook them. Even on your own, you can deal with them, and that's a nice feeling. Not saying it's better, obviously. But here we are. When you have Trinity Force, your W steroid and your E constantly on a low cooldown and absolutely fisting the crap can really deal damage to turrets. Kind of like Sett, although Sett takes a lot less effort to do it. We miss a hook because we're an idiot, and then we're going to go ahead, follow up on these guys to quickly take out Elise. She's already repelled, I think, or she just didn't get a chance to use it. Sett's going to teleport. The teleport visual was hidden because we play soccer right now. So we're going to constantly fight him out. We've got Conqueror, so we do have healing, and we have plenty of DPS from our stats, our W, our E spam, and our lightning. Also, when he tries to dash away, we can just hook him back in. Do not hook for DPS or anything like that. Unless it's like clutch. Anyway, even though we've lost a Sett a few times, I'm still confident enough to try and, I guess, take him on. Honestly, I was happy to 1v1 him even if I didn't get the support. But judging from the way the DPS is going, I think I would have probably lost if I didn't have help there. Again, we started from behind. But like I said, if you want to see another game where Blitzcrank kicks ass, absolutely. I can upload that. I can also upload one where he absolutely fees if you want. I just have to match into you know, one of many champions that Blitzcrank is completely destroyed by. Okay. You're going to witness Big Brain flash juke. Always look in the direction you want them to think you went, and it makes them lose hope. It must have been in the wind. Okay. Proceeding. Our farm is low. We should probably take the farm in bot, but we're deciding to... Well, now we decide to get it. Now that half the farm's gone and Jax wants a piece. There we go. We got 1 minute instead of like 10. Good plays, good plays. Okay. Okay, this sounds gonna sound stupid, but I just want to check and record. Okay, I'm recording. Good. Right, can get a hook on Silas to do a little bit of damage, and he's going to take some damage. We've also popped Ignite rather early, and look at how low his health is going. Ignite's still ticking. He's low now, but I'm also low. I can't afford to do this. But Mana Barrier also went off to protect me. They could dive if they want, so I'm just going to take that cannon minion, and then with Sett there, it's going to be way too easy for them to take the turret whether I'm here or not, so I'm just going to go away. Hook missed, probably for the better. After some regen, Silas' greedy attempt at the raptors apparently made him blind as well, and he gets killed by one fist. We can now look at, obviously taking neutral objectives, and I was going to say farm bot, but Lux gets herself into a bit of trouble. Going to go ahead and start fisting Sett with confidence. Waiting for the big shield, pop it, bam. If there's nothing else you can do, do that. Also, if you're support Blitz, do that. Looking to get a hook, but the insane zigzag skills of Senna is going to get her out of there. I really want to turn on Senna, but she does a lot of damage. And we miss our hook. She can't afford to turn around and auto attack. Jax wants me to join in, but I have to wait for the right moment. And then we land nothing. We don't land a hook. But then we're going to wait in the bush again, am I? I'm just about remembering this game. Nope, we walk away. We got a flash out of Senna, so next time, if that exact situation arises again, it will work this time. Get a hook on Elise, who stands a bit too close, and that will get a flash out of her. Ron will also die, but you know, details. Help Lux take the blue. Norse Jax will die. We ping this, and I was expecting to watch them all go to Baron, but they don't. It's just a lone Senna. Jax is going to ping me off of this, but you know, Blitzcrank's so juggernaut. Bam. Senna's terrible DPS will never deal with that. Alright, now we are on our way to Thornmail because the enemy has healing, meaning they have Conqueror Sett, they have, what was Elise? I don't know. She has Electrocute. They have Conqueror Silas, who also has an built-in heal, and Senna has Death Dance. Pardon me. Okay, now I'm kind of focusing Sett, which isn't the best idea, whilst Jax is taking the full focus. I think my idea was to keep Sett away from people because I think he's dangerous. Overall, that was just a bad judgment call. Wow, we're really showing how bad I am at League today, aren't we? Oh, bam, there it is. Another time Silence gets caught with his pants down. From behind, we're going to walk up to Senna and attempt to fist a little bit. Power fist, that is. There we go. Power fist successful. By that I mean ultimate. Also going to land a hook on Janna and take her out as well. From here, notice we've got our Death Stance, we got lots of armor. We can much more confidently frontline for our team now. Here we go. Sett is going to lose this fight. Brum's Sun's helped as well, but our DPS is not to be totally trifled with. And then Elise, of course, like some beat-em-up side-scroller game, is going to come in after Sett is already dead. Jax helps out with that as well, easily taking out the Elise. Before we go for Baron, he does DPS, I also do DPS, so I think, at the time anyway, it was a good idea. God, this game is really loud, it's hard to tell what's going on. Do a lot of damage to Sett. He's going to get killed by Lux. Before Sett, I meant Silas, sorry. Sett turns around onto the Baron. Janna ultimate goes off. Lots of things going on here. The Baron is on low health. Looks like Janna wants to secure the Baron. And Baron is going to get away alive. Happily hook him towards me. With the support from Lux and her shields, this is going to be easy, but I actually ult a bit late and completely waste the shield crashing value. He would have died if not for that. However, this was time enough for Braum to come in and get some stuns going off. It's easy. C, going to beat the absolute crap out of it. Sett, or at least keep him at bay while Lux deals with Elise. Elise will get dispatched of easily. And the timely slow, I believe the projectile was once again invisible by replay magic, but timely slow is going to help Lux land an easy ultimate. We can see our KDA now is almost matching Jax in terms of kills. So things are looking pretty good for our rusty Juggernaut. Let's examine our item build a bit, because I didn't go too much in detail unless you've read the MOBAFire guide, which you can in the description below. Trinity Force, of course, works brilliantly. Sheen passives, really good with our 3-second cooldown E. That does 2 times your total attack damage. The attack speed is great. AD is great, obviously, because you do a lot of damage and you have a great steroid on your W already. And the 20% TDR is going to help those amazing abilities for Blitzcrank come out more frequently, especially that E. Thornmail is going to help sustain by increasing the value that you get back from Death Stance, so will Death Stance resistance stats as well. Sett's going to do a little burst to me, which doesn't actually do that much damage, and then he's going to run away. Thornmail's also going to give Grievous Wounds to help deal with Sett. Try and fail to pull Sett away from Caitlyn. Caitlyn's going to get stunned and die. Once again, I'm focusing Sett. It's like a weird top lane grudge I've been holding this entire game. Some things are going on. Kind of waiting for Jax. Jax is around the corner. I know Jax is our key to victory. We say screw it and go for Dragon. Which completely works. We then recall and hopefully the rest of our team gets away. And they do, as we can see. Okay, on with it. Merc Threat is a really essential item because it slows the duration of the self-slow on your W. You can also go Boots of Swiftness, but seeing as a melee champion, crowd control tends to be your enemy anyway, Merc Treads can be more useful overall, and of course gives magic resist as well. When you don't need Tenacity that much, and you don't need magic resistance, Boots of Swiftness can be a great alternative if you aren't already deciding on Ninja Tabbing. Also going towards Righteous Glory and more of Mortius. And we'll see that those are just kind of extra items. We don't really need those. The big Sile Assault's going to really crush that team fight, but we are very forward, doing the frontline work. Not quite doing enough damage to Senna. Then we're going to have to try to get out of there. Try to flash, but Sett really angry. Just about going to make it out. And try to do something about this Baron whilst Jax pushes the bottom side. That's probably why we lost the fight. Actually, Jax is basically our entire team. All we could manage to do is stare at the Baron until it gets eventually taken. And they're going to recall, and we just quickly ping Jax off because Baron recall is a very fast thing. But Lux thinks he's going to get away. Must have been the wind once again. Also, we just clear this last minion wave and then recall before things get bad. We actually sell the Righteous Glory element and go for a Sterak's, which is going to go... Yeah, we go towards Sterak's using Fist, which is going to help us with the burst damage of the enemy from Silas, from Senna, from Elise as well. I think that's what we're building anyway. That's going to stack with Lifeline on the Maw though, so I'm not too sure about that one. We'll see what I build. Maybe I build Frozen Mallet for all I know. Okay. Caitlyn gets caught, and she's going to be very hard to save. And she gets ulted by Sett, in fact. Waiting for Jax, I kind of hang around back with Lux. We're focusing on winning the game, not protecting Caitlyn's life all the time. Elise is going to get caught. Once again, the slow makes things easy. Then she's going to go in the air to try and survive. And we'll actually get away with a sliver of health because of Lux's tunnel vision ultimate. Or but maybe just a late ultimate, who knows. Gonna go front line. Also, oh no, just E. E ult, okay. It's more guaranteed way. If you also E after you hook, there's a chance they can flash out. Or hit Zonias or what have you. The way I did it is much more guaranteed, but I think someone can still Zonias in that time. Looks at this point just poking and wave clearing with her ultimate, which you can do at these late stages of the game. Game is going towards its ending now. Looks like there's only a few more enemy deaths until we win the game. Go ahead, take blue buff. No more items are being bought, probably because we don't have the gold, but that's okay. We're going to pull Sett. Now let's see every single shield that Sett gets here. Okay, shield from Janna. I missed that one, which instantly gets killed. Senna's ult. And then Sterak's and his own shield with Grit are all going to be dispelled by the ult from Blitzcrank. And this big man is going to die inside the mountain. We're going to pull Senna. Excellent gap closer. And she's going to die to some residual, I don't know, red buff or whatever that was. And with Elder, it's an easy sweep to the finish if the enemy doesn't surrender. So off we go. Onwards and onwards. Lux can just spam ults to basically poke at this stage. Enemy engages. Sett engages onto Caitlyn. I do try to hook him away, but I'm a bit of an idiot because Caitlyn's already dead, so I end up just hooking him towards everyone else. However, the Braum ultimate does actually create a nice little zone for the enemy to not really be able to cross. The Lux also managed to take out some of the enemy team before they did anything and gets a quadra kill. Insane. Now it might seem like Blitzcrank didn't do very much. I mean, I'm 13-3-10, but it might seem like I didn't really do very much. You could argue I kill stole everything, and you know what, I probably did. But what I'd like to always stress is I am playing an off-meta. And I'm not trying to say it's a elo scaler, it's not going to get you to Challenger, but it functions. If you play it well, with confidence, and especially if you choose to learn it, which can admittedly have less payoff than learning a traditional champion in their traditional role, you can definitely function and work as a team like this, since that's what most champions in League are supposed to do. You shouldn't all be looking to solo carry. And it might just work, and you might be able to have a fun time, especially in a pre-made. This is not a pre-made, literally at all, but managed to function, work well with my team, not even feed, and when an off-meta pick can do that, that's enough to say that works enough for me to not be pissed off in my normal game, which I think is fine. Again, you go into ranks with this if you really like it, and if you're really confident in it. Like, if the best top Blitzcrank EU West stopped playing top Blitzcrank, that might say something about top Blitzcrank, but who knows, it could also say something about him, maybe he's just bored. So, yep, I wouldn't recommend it for ranked, though you're welcome to try. Maybe I might try if I play it some more and get a bit happier about it. But for now, I'll stick to my mains. But if you want to see more content with Blitzcrank, let me know in the comments below once again, and I'll be sure to get onto it, because I feel like there's some potential that this replay doesn't talk about, and that might be fun to watch. So yeah, be sure to let me know, and of course, YouTuber, blah blah, like, comments, blah 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 blah, you get it. Anyway, thanks again for watching, and thanks for all the views on ADFresh.exe. If you're new here from that, then welcome, hope you haven't already clicked off. There's going to be more meme content, because that seems to be the stuff that works. It's also really fun to make. So again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.